Good morning, everyone. Happy Friday today, and thank you very much for watching. Today, I'm going to talk about, I was thinking about this all week because every day, as a broker of a company, we deal with lots of things, good and bad, complaints, trying to get negotiations, helping people out. I spend a lot of my time helping agents, and if a lot of you who are watching, I help you, and usually by the end of the conversation, it goes, Tony, thank you for your take on that, because and calming me down and let me understand the situation, because a lot of this, I see so many agents sometimes throughout the day, some days, not every day, but just get down and they're not having fun and they're not in the flow because something's not going right or is not flowing well. So life is always great. So that's what I want to talk about, having fun and, are you in the flow? Are things flowing easily? Not everything does. So I want to give you some tips of being in real estate and business for over 28 years, especially the agents that are brand new to the business, or agents that I see it on Facebook, I see things are flowing so well for a lot of agents out there, or at least they show that. So I just wanted to give you some ideas on trying to stay in the flow, things that you could do, things to think about, because I say this every day to several agents that sometimes this business is more of a psychology. We're psychiatrists. This is negotiations, customer service, communications, and then they're selling houses behind it. So to make it a long, great career in real estate, you have to flow more than things are forced. You got to have fun and enjoy it more than you're not enjoying it. And there's going to be times that you're going to lose transactions, have the clients, you're not going to connect well with the other agent. So I want to give you some ideas on that. So number one, I always say to agents to keep a focus on the important things. Your job is to make your buyers or sellers' lives easier. You're there to help them with their transaction to flow. So keep that in mind. Sometimes you have to take a step back, take a breather, take a break. Several times a week, I'm telling agents at 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock at night, please tell your buyer or seller you'll contact them first thing in the morning. You'll get the answers for them. You'll regroup and talk to your broker, talk to the other agents, because some of the conversations don't stop. Because remember, this is one of the biggest sales, or is the biggest sale, and one of the most stressful things your clients are going to go to. They might be out of their normal character and they're stressed. And sometimes agents take that on. So I'm going to tell you a little story too in a minute. But we're focused on the we, not the me. Focus on your clients and what's best for them and how to communicate with them. And then also always remember that you have help. If you're not having fun doing this overall, because it's a fun thing to do, you're helping people. You get to do things. You get to make money helping people through their. And if you're not having fun, just overall more than you are, then this might not be the right business for you. I know it's hard, especially the new agents. The agents not hitting their goals. It's not always fun to really, put your head down and get busy and build your business. But when the transactions are happening and you're not having fun when you have those transactions and helping people and getting them motivated and excited about their purchase or their sale, if they're have a purchase and a sale for a good reason. I know it's sometimes a sad reason of helping people, but you're helping them in a different way to get to a happier place, hopefully. But always focus on that. Focus on the good, not the bad. Focus on their happiness, not their sad. Focus on the we, not the you. And focus on the flow and not the force, and forcing things through. So over many, many years in real estate, dealing with transactions, you're going to come across people. And this is my little story, just that these are things I deal with every day. One of the things that I try to train agents. These agents on the other side, they're not even with our company. I try to, when I get involved in the transaction help out, I try to ask them to bring the emotion down, because sometimes agents take on these emotions that because their buyers or sellers are emotional. You don't have to be emotionless, but you have to keep it in a good place and keep it positive and working together. So example story, had an agent, one of our agents made a small mistake collecting earnest money just a little too late, didn't check. His buyer said he was sending it to the title company. The buyer didn't send it. He got busy, forgot to check for a few days. Buyer never did it. The other agent going nuts and emotional and getting her seller all upset. And this was a mistake on our side, and the agent is owned up to it. We owned up to it. Sorry, they got busy. It was a mistake. But the agent on the other side was so emotional and is making the situation worse. So I jump in and come in and try to bring it down. But sometimes you can't. Some people just can't come down. They just can't. They can't sit down with the situation, work together to find a common ground and work together and get things done. But you got to remember, sometimes your emotions get into situations with buyers. You have buyers that could be over demanding. You have buyers that are nitpicking. You have sellers that are being demanding on certain things. We get to do that, but always keep the emotion down. Try to get people to a positive thing. I always say, if you have a buyer that wants to buy and a seller that wants to sell, you can most of the time get people together, but got to keep them in a positive mood and keep them that. But a lot of times it's hard to do. But remember, you have help, especially our Century 21 HomeStar agents. That's what we're here for. I do that every day. Debbie here in our office does that every day. Brenda, Julia, we're here to help agents with other agents, with buyers and sellers when they just can't connect and things are not flowing. So sometimes you got to pass that baton sometimes when the things aren't flowing the way they want, or make sure when things aren't flowing in a transaction, and I'm reaching out to our Century 21 HomeStar agents, things are not flowing the way you feel they are, call us, call me, call Debbie, call the office. We'll help give you insights on how to have, of experience. We sell thousands of homes a year. I've sold, been part of tens of thousands of sales in 28 years. We have experience helping you with that and give you examples of what helped with other people and might help with your clients. Because as an individual agent, you might be doing a great job, but I don't think there's any individual agent selling 2,500 homes a year and going through all of that experience. But it's just years of experience dealing with people, giving you ideas of what worked with other people and what calmed the situation down. That's what it's here for. So the bottom line is of today, what I wanted to express is that, remember, overall, have fun with what you're doing. Make sure it's flowing for your customer. Think of your customer first and the whole transaction as a whole, and how to make it better for everybody. Whenever there's one side trying to win, so to say, and force that they're winning, they think this is a competition. So I'm going to beat this seller. I'm a buyer. So say, I'm beat this seller. I'm going to get the best price. I'm going to get everything in the house, and I'm going to do this. If you have that kind of scenario, sometimes the transaction doesn't flow well, things fall apart. It's meeting of the minds, talking with the other agent, communicating, saying, we're going to try to make this transaction flow as much as possible. And if the two agents can't work together to keep that flow, sometimes you might have to get the broker manager involved to help you, and you have help with that. Because remember, like I said, keep your clients' best interest in mind. Keep on the positive side, not the negative side. Keep the emotion, negative emotion out of it. Not all emotion, just negative emotion, because it gets frustrating sometimes. And your clients get frustrated. Make sure you keep your eye on the ball of what's most important for everybody. And that makes it fun. And the one thing I'll leave you for today, the one quote that I always remember It's a Zig Ziglar quote. If anybody remembers Zig Ziglar, who passed away several years ago, but he said is if you concentrate and help. I mean, I'm butchering it a little bit, but I'm giving you a little bit exactly what it means. Is that if you help enough people get what they want, you will get what you want. And what people want, in real estate, when they hire you, yes, they want to sell their house or buy a house, but they want a concierge, they want an advisor, they want someone that will help them make it as easy and as fun and happy as possible. The unhappy clients are the ones that did not have a good experience, even if it wasn't your fault. So you have to make sure that you do everything you can to make sure that transaction flows. So your transaction flows, then your flows well with the customers, people are happy, then your business flows, and it kind of all goes that way. If you're always fighting on every transaction, there's a fight with everybody. And there are agents out there that do this. They're in a fight. Every transaction, it's never going to go smoothly. Then your business doesn't go smoothly. And then the referrals never come. And it's a fight, and it's not a fun career. And then those are the agents that I hear, I see get out of the business. I see agents not enjoying it. And when you're not enjoying it, you got to sometimes look inside yourself. And feel free to call me. I will help you think of things that you could do emotionally, personally, business-wise, things to say, what things not to say, and give you examples on how to make things go smoother. And the best compliment I get almost every day, and I just had an agent that just texted me right before I started this and helped her out with an issue yesterday. I said, thank you very much for that insight and explaining that to me and looking at it from a different angle. And the other agent still is upset, but at least it gave her some insight on that. So again, I'm here as a resource for you. Any agent out there, if you're not getting the resources or you're not getting the support or the mentoring that you are at your office and you're still happy there, feel free to call me. I have agents that I've been friends with for 20 plus years that are other companies that are there and love it there because they've been there 20 plus years and don't want to leave, and still call me for advice, and I'm happy to give it. So that's it for today. Hopefully that little bit helps. Keep your business flowing, keep the positive things, make it fun, and you will have a long, great career and get those referrals from your clients. So that's it. Have a great Friday, a great weekend, and we'll see you on Monday at 11. Bye-bye.